really want to share some of the wisdom that I've derived from this book. It's called The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. I highly recommend that anybody read it. Everybody read it, in fact. I found in this reading of this book some answers to some of the questions I had been searching for my entire life. I hope I'm not violating any kind of copyright, but I'm going to read just a few things from it. I highly recommend going to the bookstore. It's available. I've seen it all kinds of different places, and read it. Perhaps it may transform your life the way it's transformed mine. The Four Agreements. The concept here is that if you can make these four agreements with yourself, and you can truly live up to these four agreements, that you will transform your life. And it's interesting, once you hear these same principles are taught in the Christian Bible. They're taught, I'm told, in the Quran. These principles underline a lot of the teachings of Buddha and a lot of the philosophies of metaphysics. So these are some universal truths. This is not religion. This is spirituality. And I just wanted to share this with you. This has changed my life. Four agreements. Agreement number one: be impeccable with your word. Speak with integrity. Say only what you mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. Be impeccable with your word. Second agreement: don't take anything personally. Nothing others do is because of you. Let me repeat that. Nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dream. When you are immune to the opinion and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. This was very interesting. I used to take it very personally when someone would say something about me. And in this book, it introduces the concept of this, don't take anything personally. And one of the things that I've counseled people who were upset over somebody who said they hated them, and they don't hate you. They hate their own personal image of you, and that isn't you. You can say anything you want about me, and people do all the time. None of it bothers me, because I know in my heart that it isn't me they're talking about. It's their perception of me that they're talking about, and that's totally separate from who I am. And when you can successfully make that transition in your mind, you find that you just simply don't take things personally, and you just live a happier life, I can assure you. The third thing: don't make assumptions. Find the courage to ask questions and to express what you really want. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and drama. With this one agreement, you can completely transform your life. How many of us get upset because Sally hates us, even though Sally never said she hated us, or her perception of us? But you assume that Sally hates you because Sally walked by you in the lunch line or passed you at work and didn't say hello to you, and you assume, oh my God, Sally hates me. What did I do wrong? And you get all upset and you worry about it. And what you might not realize is Sally had an argument with her husband or boyfriend that morning, or Sally has the flu, or something just totally unrelated to you, and Sally just didn't notice you because Sally was caught up in her own stuff. So if you don't make assumptions, you don't get caught up in all that drama. And if you're very clear about what you want, this is a really bad thing people will do. Ladies, you want your husband to cut the grass, but you won't say, "Gee, I'd like you to go cut the grass." Guys, you want your wife to, make you filet mignon for dinner tonight, and you don't tell her you want filet mignon for dinner tonight. You just assume she'll know it. Maybe you mentioned it offhand in a conversation a week ago, assuming she'd get the hint, and she didn't, and then you get all upset. That's absurd. Say what you mean, Tell people, express yourself clearly. Don't assume things about what other people are doing because they're probably caught up in their own stuff. And the last one, always do your best. Your best is going to change from moment to moment. It will be different when you are healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstance, simply do your best, and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. I've had failed businesses in my life, but you know what? I did my best. I really did. And in retrospect, I went back and looked at them, figured out what I did wrong, and but I really did my best at what I thought was going on, and I don't have regrets. I feel bad things turned out the way they did, but if you always do your best, even if you don't succeed, at least you don't have to feel bad about it. It is possible sometimes to do everything exactly right and still fail. But if you do the best you can at whatever it is you're doing, at least you don't have to have regret. Anyway, that's my quick summary of The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions, and always do your best. Please read the book. I believe it will transform your life.